Weissman, welcome back to In a Nutshell. And right now we're going to hear a little more of our interview with Kay Kublenz.
I had a 1-year visa for volunteering. I had to leave the country, and then I was happy to see my family again. Went back to Germany, was not employed immediately, but a friend invited me to Berlin, and this was a nice time because I really wanted to see the city a little bit. So I could be 3 weeks in Berlin and help a friend of a friend to move, and she told me that she has a mother in Bavaria. She grew up in Bavaria herself. What was new for me. I grew up in North Germany, close to the oceans, and then I had the chance to go to South Germany, Bavaria, and there I have been for the last 12 years. And the mother of the lady I helped in Berlin, I could take care of then for 3 years without being a professional nurse. And when she went to a nursing home, because it was more difficult for one single person to handle her, then I could do the schooling. I could be a professional nurse, but I started being a helper. So it was 1 year of learning, always 1 month in school and 1 month in a nursing home, and then I would be a nurse helper, and then 8 years later I did 3 years of learning what made me like a registered nurse, like a professional nurse for old people. We have 3 different kind of nurses in Germany: nurses for children, nurses for grown-ups, and general nurses, and nurses for old people. And I did this nursing for old people, and maybe my grandfather, who was so old, and I could be with him and enjoyed it very much, and I could help him also a little bit, massage his leg from First World War with big scars in it. And I think and that's my real profession now. And when I finished this school, this time, 3 years intensive learning, and was successful with being a registered nurse in Germany, 1 day later I came here.
So that was just recently?
That was 1st of September.
Wow. That's just the other day.
6 weeks 6 weeks ago, yes. And I like it to be here very much. And the way it happened, one of the teachers in our nursing school asked me, "Would you like to go to America?" And I said, "Yes." And she said, "Oh, this could be possible. I have a friend who is teaching voice. She is singing. She was an opera singer. Now her daughter is, and her mother was, and her mother lives in McHenry." And so I said, "Oh, this is very interesting. I think this could be possible." And it was. Have a visitor's visa for 3 months, and so I'm here now for 3 months and enjoying it very much. Being a visitor and enjoy it very much.
Very good. Very, very nice. So do you think that you would want to become a registered nurse in this country?
Oh, I was just enjoying having one big school done and successfully done, so I was not really thinking of that.
I see.
But it would be very interesting. I would learn a lot of good things.
They paved paradise, put up a parking lot with a pink hotel, a boutique, and a swinging hot spot. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you've got till it's gone? They paved paradise, put up a parking lot. They took all the trees, put them in a tree museum, and they charged the people $1.50 just to see them. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you've got till it's gone? They paved paradise, put up a parking lot. Hey, farmer, put away the DDT now. Give me spots on some apples, or leave me the birds and the bees. Please don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you've got till it's gone. They paved paradise, put up a parking lot. Late last night, I heard the screen door slam, and a big yellow taxi took away my old man. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you've got till it's gone. They paved paradise, put up a parking lot. I said, don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you've got till it's gone. They paved paradise, put up a parking lot. They paved paradise, put up a parking lot. They paved paradise, put up a parking lot.
Al Weissman in a nutshell. That was Joni Mitchell, a Big Yellow Taxi. In the studio, of course, as I'm sure you're aware, is Marge Simpson. And Marge, I wanted to congratulate you on the 25th anniversary of your show, The Simpsons.
Thank you, Alan. I wish I could feel better about it.
What's wrong?
Well, perhaps by now you've heard that the producer of the Doctor drama wants to eliminate one of us for the 25th anniversary celebration.
I think you're safe.
I don't know. Sounds a little morbid, Alan. And anyway, so the other day, Matt Groening came into the set with a giant pencil.
Uh-oh.
And he aimed his eraser
Uh-oh.
right at Maggie.
Oh, no. He's not going to get rid of Maggie.
I don't know.
Where would the show be without Maggie?
I-
She's cute as can be.
I would be lost. He threatened her, and he said, I made you, and I can erase you. And poor Maggie, armed only with her bottle, was able to fight him off. It was very scary.
Oh, good for her. Good for her. We would miss Maggie something terrible.
We weren't told yet who it will be, but it is one of us.
All right. We're back. We're going to go back now to our interview with Kay Kublenz.
The other day you were telling me that you participated in inventing something.
Yes, that's maybe because I was studying physics and then ocean physics.
Okay.
So I really like physical experiments. And when I was on the farm for 3 years, one day a young lady working on the farm too said, Kai, you must come, you must visit a place where some artists showing their work. And one man was there who built little pieces of artwork from wood, very, very fine working with wood that it looks like it's made from wood, but it looks like paper or something like that, and you can still see it's wood. Very beautiful. And he had a magnet on his table, also covered with wood and in square form, and a little magnet as a spinning top, and it could levitate for 3 minutes in the air, one magnet above the other, spinning in the air. And this caught my attention so much that I asked him how much it cost, and he said 100 D-Mark, what is like 50 euros now, or $60, $70. So I took my wallet and bought this thing and did a lot of playing and training with this all the time.
What was the purpose of this thing? Just to levitate the other rock?
To levitate the magnet, yes.
The magnet.
Because magnets can repel each other.
So the one magnet was kind of like balanced above the other magnet. And
right.
Spinning.
Right. Spinning.
Gyroscopically.
Yes. So without the spinning, it's not possible to put one magnet on top of other magnets levitating in the air.
Yeah, because it would fall off.
It would turn.
Yeah.
And then only one pole would repel, and the other pole of the magnet would attract. So if you have no stabilization by the turning, it will turn and fall down. And this is also what happens to the spinning top. It's after 3 minutes it gets slower from the air resistant, and then it will vibrate and fall down with a little bang. And I was so fascinated that I wanted to improve this thing. And I took a little steel, it looks like steel, a little metal magnet in the form of a sphere, 1 inch diameter. And this is difficult to turn fast with your hands, so I put it on a piece of copper and attached a battery, not 12 volts. I tried a car battery, but it would give a big spark and spoil the whole thing. But with 1.2 volts from a little accumulator from a rechargeable battery, and then it would spin and get very fast, and then I could calibrate the magnet on the table and place the rotating sphere in the air, and because it has more mass and less drag resistance, it can stay for 10 minutes in the air.
Oh my goodness!
And this is very beautiful, and I didn't bring it here now, but you can see it on the internet how I do it.
Where on the internet?
YouTube. Look for magnetic sphere levitating, and if you look for my name, you find some links. So
cool. Well, now is this something that you made some money off of?
I got some money sometimes, a little bit, when I was explaining how I do this.
Well, is this an invention that has a practical application?
Not very much. I thought it was just a thought that maybe it could be used as a sensor for earthquakes, but I don't think it's a real application for that. And on the internet, where I put it at YouTube, people put comments, and one asked, "What is this good for?" And I wouldn't answer. And some other wrote, "This is good for elevators." But this was just a funny joke, because who wants to be in an elevator that is turning very, very fast? So I did not really have my own invention, because this toy you can buy with a levitating magnetic sphere was invented, I think 30 years ago in America.
Oh, okay.
And it's now a toy you can buy. It's called Levitron Omega. And I recommend it to everyone. You can also find instructions to build this thing by yourself from some big old loudspeaker magnets.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's interesting, and it's fun to do that. It's not easy. I didn't find many people who would build that themselves.
No.
And even if you buy it, it's still difficult, because for this little toy, you have to adjust the magnet on the table. You have 3 little screws to adjust it. And then you have to adjust the weight of the spinning top. There are little washers of plastic and metal that go on top and are fixed by a little rubber band. And this has to be very precisely done. And then the speed of the turning. If you're turning too fast or turning too slow, it wouldn't work. So many people buy this toy called Levitron, and then they try it sometimes, and then they say, "No, I cannot do it," and they will never do it.
Frankenstein. I'm just good looking. Melt in
I have a question.
Yes.
My mistake that I make when I travel is that what I don't do. Because I almost every time I come back from a trip, I find out that something that I chose specifically not to do, I should have done.
Oh.
When we were on our honeymoon in Morocco, they had these little rocks that look like fossils.
Yes.
They're about 2 to 3 inches long. They're maybe 3/4 of an inch wide, and they're circular. They're spherical, like a columnar. Okay, and they look like fossils. But they had a million of them. In this one store we went into, they had bags and bags full of these damn things that looked like fossils. They were like pennies a piece, a nickel at the most. You could
But I cannot imagine they were not fossils.
Well, I couldn't imagine if they were, because I'm thinking, here's a zillion fossils for a nickel a piece. It's impossible. They must have a factory where they manufacture fossils for the tourist trade.
Do they look like shells?
Yeah, they did. They look like so. I got back to this country, and they're selling for $50 a piece at Sharper Image. And there was a place in Madison, Wisconsin. They were selling for $50 a piece, and we could have bought thousands of them for a nickel a piece. But when I was in Germany, we saw these bakeries. And in the bakery windows were the most magnificently beautiful pastries that I have ever seen in my life. I mean, in this country, I've never seen anything like it. But I looked at these pastries. And I'm thinking, they look like they must be hard like rocks. They must be like cardboard with the beautiful topping on it. I couldn't imagine that they were soft. They just didn't look like they were soft. So I'm asking you, are the pastries as good as they look over there?
Yes.
Naturally.
They are very good. And the Germans are proud of having like 100, maybe 100 different kinds of bread and pastries, much more. So the Germans are really proud of that. And I was proud to learn, not officially. I did not officially learn to be a baker, to make bread, but I learned it for myself without having the papers. I learned every step from growing the grains to the ready, eatable, very nice bread.
Yeah.
And you don't need very much. You need water, yeast. You need the grains, and you grind it, and salt. It's four ingredients you need for a good bread if you know how to do it, and it's not so difficult. So this is fascinating, and I would recommend this to everyone. And for rye bread, you don't need yeast. You need sourdough, and if you have good rye and grind it. It's like whole grain rye then, and if you put it with water on a warm place, after 3 days it will be sour, and if it doesn't taste good, you can throw it away and try it again.
Well, don't you have to use a yeast with it? Did you say yeast?
Yeah, you don't have to.
No,
because the normal grain of rye has all the little bacteria around it that is needed to have a sourdough. And
so then why do they? Because
so you have only 3 ingredients left: rye and water and salt, and it can be such a beautiful bread.
But like, for example, in San Francisco, there's a famous sourdough company, and they boast about their 100-year-old
tradition.
Well, no, it's a basic batch that they keep renewing and using over and over again, so that they keep the same flavor, or as close to it as they can, with the same microorganisms in the sourdough recipe. Have you heard of?
Yes. This is not Jewish at all.
No.
Because you have at Easter you have to remove every kind of sourdough, and that's what we also.
That's true.
So we did this.
Yeah, but they can give it to the neighbors to keep, no? They don't. They're supposed to destroy it, I suppose. Huh?
Yes.
Okay.
And I found out this might be what they say. They keep it for 100 years and grow and grow and grow. But I personally believe that there comes some fresh life into the dough on purpose, and even if you are in contact with the air, you have some more, and
Sure,
and
sure.
so it's
There may be some continuity, but it's tenuous.
yeah.
Well, is there anything else that you'd like to comment? Maybe, I mean, do you have any perspectives on the United States or our culture or our democracy or our politics or practices or anything that you'd like to just mention briefly?
Yes, the friend of my grandfather was interested in Israel very much, and I found people who said, if you take a close look, if a country supports Israel because it's the land of the Bible, and the Bible says many times, if you bless Israel, you will be blessed. And a friend said, look what happens if you look at the world, country who bless Israel, they are blessed. And so this is very much happening here. Jewish people live here, and Jewish people are supported in many different ways, and I think this is a blessing. This may be not the only reason why I like America, but
You
it's a
think
possible
that because
reason.
the United States supports Israel,
Yes,
that's the good thing that you
that's
see.
a good thing. Yes, the Germans support Israel now, but it was very much different 80 years ago, and it was one very special experience I would like to share. When I was in Jerusalem, that I met a female soldier, and we spoke a little bit, and she said, "Oh, you are from Germany." She said, "I hate everything German because you killed all the German people killed all my family." And then she said, "But I love people like you who come here to do something good." So this was a very special feeling, and I can understand that. And also our capital, the old and new capital, Berlin, has a bad sound with the old people in Israel, and I understand that now since I've been there. And America is connected, and I like it very much, and I can say I'm happy to be here, and I hope the government will start working again, and I wish Israel the best. I wish America the best.
Okay.
That is about all the show we have time for today. I want to thank Kay Kublenz for spending some time with us today, talking about his experiences. It's always interesting to get some perspective on things from someone from outside the United States. De Tocqueville was the original visitor from outside the United States who wrote 2 books about democracy in America, which were widely hailed for their insights that only an outsider can provide. Thanks again, Kay. We have some great shows lined up for the foreseeable future. Next week, Mandy Zahn will appear on the show with her brand of country music. We heard a little bit of Mandy's music at the beginning of today's show. Watch our new Facebook page called In a Nutshell with Al Weissman for announcements about future In a Nutshell show guests and features. We're planning an explication of Bruno Mars' Locked Out of Heaven in the next week or so that should be fun. But we'll announce it when we're ready on our new Facebook site. This weekend is Mundelein Idol being held at Mundelein High School Saturday starting at 6:30 for some great talent. If you have a chance, check it out. I want to personally thank you for listening to In a Nutshell. Hope you enjoyed the show and found it fun, entertaining, and informative. I want to thank my wife Dolores for her energetic and creative contributions to In a Nutshell, without which In a Nutshell wouldn't be half the fun that it is. If you'd like to make a comment about today's show, or if you have a talent or something to talk about, or if you have an idea for content for a future broadcast, or if you'd like to request a tune for a future show, or if you'd just like me to give you a shout-out, keep sending your emails to in.anutshell at att.net. That's in.anutshell at att.net, or message me on Facebook under my name, Alan Weissman. And visit our new Facebook page, In a Nutshell with Al Weissman. Give us a like, send us a message, or just watch for announcements. We'll be posting information about our shows, music, and other stuff, so visit it and give a like as soon as you can. Maybe one day soon we'll have us a regular old-time website, with that internet thing and all. Yeah, we're going to get around to it. Also, Next week, we're going to play some of the music that was sent in on CDs by Greg Garamoni of Mundelein and Pete Grosch of Haverton, Pennsylvania, and a request from Andy that's still hanging fire. Tell your friends and neighbors to tune in each week. Same great time, same great station for another edition of In a Nutshell. Have a great week. Thanks for stopping by. My name is Al Weissman, and I authorize the content of this broadcast.
Now, this is me in a nutshell. Help! I'm in a nutshell! How did I get into this nutshell? Look at the size of this bloody great big nutshell. What sort of shell has a nut like this? I mean, it's just crazy.